G'day mates, how's it going? Now, like the title of the video suggests, this is a unexpected event that happened while I was in Japan last year, and yeah, it started off as something small. That's why I compared it to a side quest, but then it became this really big thing that I didn't expect was going to happen at all, and so it was really exciting. But without further ado, let's get into the story. And so this story takes place in Sapporo last year when I went to Japan, and on my second night there, I wanted to go out for dinner and have something interesting to eat, so I went to this yakitori place, and yakitori is just meat on a skewer, just any kind of meat, really. And so I went there, and they set me down at this table, which was kind of next to another table, which wasn't too far away. They were in these like booth areas where it was meant for like a large group of people coming to, you know, hang out and just have lots of food after work and drink and have a good atmosphere type of thing going on. So they were in these little rooms and sectioned off type things, but regardless. They sent me to an empty one, and not too long after, these two English teachers came by and sat next to the table next to me. And I didn't know they were English teachers at the time, or at least one of them was. The other, I think, was just talking, he was talking about, I think he was in like IT or in like the business area of another job, but his worries kind of sounded a bit the same. Anyway, so yeah, eventually I brought up the courage and eventually wanted to introduce myself and be like, hi, I'm a traveler from Australia. My name is, and then just, you know, got the conversation going. And yeah, the night went on, and eventually I had to leave. And you know, we exchanged Facebook information, and I thought that was going to be it. I mean, like I was only going to be in Sapporo for about 5 days, 6 days, but that's the day I have to leave, and so there wasn't too much time to really hang out or do much. So I didn't think that there was going to be any meetup later on or anything like that. But yeah, a few days later, you know, I got a message saying, you know, from the guy in the two group. There was a guy and the girl, but yeah, he was like, you know, I'm gathering some people together to go hiking. Would you like to come? And yeah, it was on this day, and you know, surprise, surprise, I didn't have anything planned that day. I wasn't gonna go, you know, explore or anything. Well, I guess this counts as exploring, but yeah, I didn't know I was gonna go hiking. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come along. And so yeah, I met up at the other location, and a van pulled up, and yeah, so we all got into the van, and so we started driving away. And yeah, we eventually got to the location, which was Lake Shikotsu. Oh no, not Shikotsu. It was sorry, let me just pull up the photos. And let's see here, because it has the exact name of it. Yeah, oh, well, yeah, Lake Shikotsu, so I got that right. And yes, it was Lake Shikotsu, and we were driving, you know, along it, and I was like thinking to myself, oh, okay, so are we just finding a nice place to park the van and then we start walking around the lake? Turns out no. So we're actually going to hike up the mountain which was next to the lake, because the lake was actually a caldera. It was actually like used to be a big volcano that had water collected inside of it. But yeah, so it was Mount Tarumason. And yeah, I haven't done a lot of hiking. I've climbed some places, but like this was definitely the toughest climb I've ever done. I mean, I'm not the most athletic person, so yeah, that counts towards it. But yeah, I had to stop multiple times as I was climbing up and everything. But once I got to the top, it was a magnificent view. Like, I could see all the way back to Sapporo. I mean, we weren't that far away from it, but still, it's like, you could see all the way back to Sapporo. You know, you could see, I think you could see the other, from Sapporo, from Hokkaido, onto the next island, Kyushu. Is it Kyushu the next one? I'm not too sure. But yeah, you could see the mainland, or like to the next island, yeah. You know, I think I could also see the direction I would have taken to Otaru, because Otaru is only about 30 minutes by train away from Sapporo. It's a great seaside town. You should, if you're going to go to Sapporo, definitely go to Otaru. It's not too far away, and it's a great place. But yeah, so we got to the top of there, and then, you know, once I get my breath and I look around the view and I turn around, there's a lot of smoke coming from the side. I was like, what's that? And they're like, oh yeah, that's like a volcano over there. I was like, what? Like, you know, you're gonna be kidding me. Like, there's a volcano over there? And so, yeah, I was just thinking to myself, like, this small, like, you know, me introducing myself at dinner turns into getting invited out to go hiking, and then from that it becomes climbing up the side of this mountain and seeing a volcano to the side of my and I was just like, I was just amazed. I was like just really happy. I was like, shocked, all sorts of emotions going on, because I was like, I'd never seen a volcano before. It wasn't up close, mind you. Like, it was like I could see the smoke coming off of it. I could smell from the distance away. We could smell the sulfur. But yeah, as we just walked around the side, like kind of around the volcano, it eventually loops it back around, and you can walk down. But yeah, I'll have some photos coming up on the screen of all the pictures and everything. But yeah, like it was a great experience. And I guess what I'm trying to say with this story is, like, if you're traveling, or even if you're not traveling and you're just like, just meeting people randomly, sometimes these things can lead to unexpected things. I mean, they can be bad and good, obviously. You could get invited out somewhere, and it could be really awkward, and social anxiety and all that, but still, like, while you're traveling, judge the risk, obviously. Like, sometimes things definitely be on the side of caution, because you don't want to get invited out somewhere and it's the wrong kind of people. But yeah, definitely, like, if you're just at a hostel or something, interact with people more, because sometimes you can get invited out just to walk around the city together with someone else, or just get invited out to go hiking, and you're just walking up the side of a mountain, seeing a volcano to the side. These sorts of things you can't plan for. I mean, you could plan to go up the mountain yourself, but I mean, if you never plan for it entirely and you get invited out here, it's pretty exciting. Like, I'm a pretty cautious person, and so, like, if I was going to walk up the side of a mountain, like, I've always wanted to climb Mount Fuji, but that's something I would definitely plan for. I would try and do it. I mean, you have to plan for it, because you can't. I think you're not allowed to climb it. Like, there's no tours going on during, like, winter, because it's too slippery and dangerous and everything. But still, like this, it was just totally unexpected, and that's where the side quest title comes from, because it felt like something really small, like in a video game where you just do something small, like a small quest for someone, and then it just turns into something bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, but anyways, that's about the end of the story, really. Yeah, we just, after the hiking and everything, we just came back to Sapporo. Then I made my way back to the hostel and everything, and it was just a great time. Yeah. It just sort of finished off my time in Sapporo, and yeah, I definitely want to actually go back to Hokkaido. Actually, there's lots of things, the seafood there and stuff. That was really good, particularly in Otaru. Yeah, if you're ever going to go to Hokkaido, go to Sapporo and Otaru. They're just great places. Even if have you seen the anime Golden Kamui? Like, that anime takes place in Hokkaido, and it's just like, that's where I got the idea of going to Otaru, because I'd never heard of the place before. And I thought, well, yeah, I've seen it in the anime, might as well go have a look, Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. There'll probably be more videos like this coming out soon. More stories of times I've traveled in Japan and everything. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you again. See you later.